Liverpool were at the foot of an unscalable mountain when Jürgen Klopp up and left at the end of the 2023-24 season. But Arne Slot has since proved himself a more than worthy successor. He won the Premier League in his first term at the helm, after all, and the Dutchman did it, having been rewarded with minimal spending in the transfer market. Federico Chiesa, the only first-team addition, and starting just once in the top flight all year. Now, though Liverpool have built themselves up and are financially able to spend freely this summer, with the evidence lying with the acquisitions of recent months, including the British record £116 million signing of Florian Wirtz. A move for Alexander Isak remains on the cards. However, with Luis Diaz on the verge of finalizing his move to Bayern Munich, a new left winger may be needed too. Why Liverpool are selling Luis Diaz? Díaz has been one of the Premier League's standout wingers over the past few years. His return of 25 goal contributions last year was a haul bettered only by that man, Mohamed Salah, as Liverpool steamrolled their way to the league title. But the 28-year-old has also entered the penultimate year of his contract, and the relevant parties have been unable to find common ground when discussing the possibility of an extension. The Colombian had also made it clear to the powers that be that he wanted to leave this summer. Such demands undoubtedly centered around financial desires, and justified ones at that. But the fact remains that Slot would not want an unhappy leading squad member to remain in the ranks. Díaz is on the cusp of his big move, and though the thought of Real Madrid's Rodrigo is exciting, the Brazilian having been routinely linked with the Reds of late, the finances involved would be too much, especially with a deal for Isak in the works. Instead, FSG might be convinced to head down a shrewder track. Liverpool enter race for Rodrigo alternative. As per Spanish reports, Liverpool have entered the race for RB Leipzig's Antonio Nusa, though the report claims that Rodrigo very much remains on FSG's shortlist. Nusa, 20, is early into his professional career but has earned acclaim for his performances, with previous reports this summer detailing Newcastle United's interest, claiming he would be available for a €45 million, £38 million fee. Given how much cheaper this would be than signing Rodrigo, who is believed to have been priced at an initial £78 million by Los Blancos, this might be a rumor FSG want to chase. Why Liverpool should sign Antonio Nusa? Cody Gakpo will reprise his role as Liverpool's chief left-sided forward next year, having matched Diaz's 25 goal involvements last year. Pundit Peter Crouch remarked that he'd gone up a level since Slot arrived. The Netherlands international's abiding place in Slot's plans means that Nusa will be able to jump right into the thick of things without being overburdened by responsibility. Last season, Nusa scored 5 goals and provided 7 assists across 36 matches for Leipzig, only starting 23 of those fixtures across all competitions. The Norway international joined Leipzig from Club Brugge in Belgium after previously holding talks with both Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur, with Nusa's 23-24 campaign underscoring his potential as a future icon, as he was described by talent scout Jacek Kulik. Though his fleet athleticism lends itself to success across a range of positions, it's clear through the data so far that Nusa's most productive role comes off the left flank. Nusa isn't just a balanced striker in the final third, but an athletic phenomenon with a vicious blend of speed and balance when dribbling. In this way, he has the blueprint to make Liverpool forget all about Rodrigo, with Slot instead fashioning a new elite winger. Manchester City striker Erling Haaland has even waxed lyrical about his compatriot qualities, saying this: "He's exceptional. We need to be careful not to put too much pressure on him, even though he's incredibly talented. His continued development is what matters most." Moreover, he's a hard-working defensive player, giving back to his manager's faith by fighting for success across the different phases of play. In the Bundesliga last year, Nusa averaged 1.2 tackles and 4.1 duels per game, as per SofaScore. FBref underlined these points. The data-driven site have revealed he ranked among the top 14% of attacking midfielders and wingers across Europe last season for successful take-ons, and the top 19% for tackles per 90. A successful take-on is recorded when a player beats their opponent by directly carrying the ball past them while retaining possession. After becoming the second youngest goal scorer in Champions League history 2 years ago, you might even say he has the potential to emulate someone like Rodrigo and become a superstar on Europe's elite stage. He's a future icon, is he not? Sure, Rodrigo hit 14 goals and 11 assists across all competitions last year, highlighting the fact that Nusa is not at his level yet. But the Norwegian remains a special talent with the ingredients for something spectacular. Rodrigo is one of the world's standout wide forwards. Of that there is no doubt. But he left plenty to be desired last season, only scoring 6 league goals. He's an immense figure on the major stage, and playing at Liverpool would give him a new lease of life. But for double the price that Nusa would cost, it doesn't make sense, for the 20-year-old is destined for the top.